All right. Let me talk about today's agenda, what we are going to discuss today. Today, very first, it is like just a glimpse of demo class, guys, today. Okay. First, we need to understand why SAS and SAS role in industries. We are all going to discuss, and followed by we will start with what are the roles of the SAS developer, irrespective of whatever organization you are working for, irrespective of whatever project you are dealing with, what might be roles and responsibilities of the SAS developer. Okay, today we are going to discuss. Once we understand roles and responsibilities of the SAS developer, then I will walk you through the course content. Okay, that is nothing but course modules. Alright, you might be said with the course content. The course content is slightly different from the course modules, what I am going to cover here. That is nothing but course content of around like 2 to 3 pages of course content is there. Instead of going in detail about that particular course content, I will say how many modules are generally available in SAS and how to navigate from one module to another module. Okay, so what is going to be our complete SAS training curriculum? That is nothing but your course module we are going to discuss. Last but not the least, various SAS tools. I will introduce all the SAS tools that are available based on your operating system. Some people might be working on Windows operating system. Some people might be working on Linux operating system. Some people might be working on mainframes operating system. In such cases, how SAS is going to be work and what are the various tools that are available? Okay, so this is going to be our today's agenda, guys. I think this will be sufficient for our 1 hour session. Okay, I hope this is going to be our today's complete session. So overall, we are going to start with the simple understanding about what is your SAS and so SAS role in industries. And we are going to talk about the roles and responsibilities of the SAS developer. And then we can go with the course modules that we are going to cover in complete training curriculum. And followed by, we can go ahead with the what are the various SAS tools that are available to us and how to choose them. All right. So that is going to be basic agenda for today's session. Now, very fast glimpse of our demo. So yesterday we have discussed, given any analytical details, or I can say that given any problem statement, how systematically you can find a solution by using data analysis. That is nothing but your data analysis. So it's going to be basic demo. I generally use it to present. In today's session, instead of repeating that particular one, I will start with what is SAS. Okay, glimpse of that. Why SAS? These details I am going to discuss today, guys. This is nothing but essence of your previous demo class. All right. Before I understand that, or at least I assume that you might aware of what is SAS. Guys, can you tell me anyone what is SAS? What is SAS? Abbreviation of SAS.
Statistical analysis of software.
Yes. Statistical analysis software or system. Anyway, you can call it. Anyway, you can call it. Most of them will go with abbreviation called SAS itself. Just SAS. Guys, it is a primarily a framework. I cannot say it is a simple tool, or I cannot say it is a simple software, or I cannot say it is a simple package, because it is going to be all these. So I can call this SAS is a framework, because once you develop something, you can use that particular framework, okay, any number of times repeatedly. So SAS is nothing but statistical analysis software, which is primarily comes under used to three different purposes. Main thing, you know already, SAS is mainly for analysis. That is nothing but data analysis. Data analytics based on mainly your SAS only, guys. Of course, there are some alternatives, but still SAS is very dominant in this particular area. Second thing, we are going to use SAS to construct an ETL, extract, transformation, and load. I will talk about ETL today. What is ETL? And what is the need of going with ETL? And how SAS is helpful in that particular area we are going to discuss today. It's simple example. Next, the third thing, SAS is also be used for reporting. Okay, SAS is not restricted to only these three guys, but these three areas are primarily primary areas where SAS is really aggressive, or SAS is really dominant in the market. Okay, that is the reason I primarily consider these three are the key aspects or key areas where SAS is used primarily. In addition to that, SAS can also be used for business intelligence. There is a business intelligence suite is separate software is available. SAS can also use it for your data science. Okay, under data science, either you can call it as for artificial intelligence AI, okay, or it can also be used for machine learning ML, or else it can also use it for the visual analytics VA. Okay, so just like preparing the charts and preparing the graphs and demonstrating your content, whatever your mind is thinking. Okay, if you are able to visually show that you are through your computer monitor, what is you are thinking? Okay, through your computer monitor, that is nothing but your data visualization. Yes, visualization also we can do. Data visualization also can be done by using SAS, visual analytics. Guys. So there are various areas generally SAS can be used. The dominance is comes under these three only. Okay, these three are core areas where SAS is really dominant. Okay, I can say that there are alternatives, but there are no tough competitors. But when it comes to these three, SAS is trying to compete there. Because if I go with data science, Python is really dominant in the market. Not Python, I will go with R programming. If not R, then only I can think about the third thing, which is nothing but your SAS. Okay, because the packages, the open kinds of sources, and really high if I go with Python and R programming. If you're part of machine learning, if you're part of the artificial intelligence, if you're part of the data science, I will not consider SAS is the dominant one. But if I go with the data analysis, if I go with ETL, if I go with the reporting, yes, there is no alternative. Or at least I can say that there are no tough alternative to the SAS guys. All right. Why SAS means? I want to create a framework which can support a strong ETL capability, which can go ahead and create a number of reports or the complex report I would like to create, and I want to analyze, I want to predict something, or I want to train a model. In such cases, I will prefer to go ahead with SAS in a simple statistical analysis software, which will become as a framework that I'm going to use for constructing an ETL and doing my data analysis and continue to go ahead with the reporting. So these are the three main things I can deliver with SAS. Is this clear? Okay. Now, why you want to SAS? Where we generally use SAS? I will come up with the industries. Okay. SAS role in industries. We know what is SAS and why should we choose SAS. Now let's think about what are the various industries they are using SAS. Okay, why they want to use SAS? Okay, that is nothing but what is the role of SAS in specific industry. Okay, we will take four examples, four industries: banking sector, retail sector, healthcare sector, and clinical sector. First, we'll go with banking. SAS is mainly used for risk analysis and fraud identification, guys. There are two main areas. Okay, are these two key areas: risk and fraud. These are the two main areas or key areas where SAS is really having a strong base. One is risk, another one is fraud. Of course, guys, I will explain about clinical also. Just wait a moment. Okay, we are going to discuss complete overview where we are going to using general SAS specific industry. Just I am taking four industries only, not more than that. Of course, we are using in many sectors, right? Yesterday, I think I have shown to you the images where it is. Okay, there are a lot of sectors are using, but I'm not going to discuss all. Okay, so main sectors I'm going with banking sector, retail sector, healthcare sector, and clinical sector. Okay, first I'm going with banking sector. So just 5 to 10 minutes of the introduction about industries. Okay, not more than that. Okay, so mainly in the banking sector, not only banking sector, most of the sector they are going to use SAS only for the risk and fraud identification, guys. Okay, even if you're looking into the SAS developer titles, okay, other than clinical SAS programmers, uh, if you have any friend in your, if you have any your colleague in working in SAS, okay, you can see their job titles. Mostly it will be like a fraud analyst, risk associate, fraud associate, AML manager, risk manager, fraud manager. Okay, most of them revolves around the risk and fraud only. Okay, both of them almost same, either risk or either it is going to be fraud. Okay, now let's talk about the banking sector. Okay, let's say if it is in banking sector, that is the main industry where SAS would be used as. Or I can say that the occupation of the SAS in the banking industry is about 85%. 85% of the global banks, they are using SAS only. That practically saying no bank will be there without using SAS, guys. There is no bank without. I can say that. Wherever banking is happening, either the bank is using directly by using its own software employees, or they are going to outsource it. But again, the outsource guys also they are going to use SAS only. But why? What purpose? Number one, I can say that the main thing and critical thing, there are two areas bank will generally generate the revenue, guys. One is loan section, another one is card section. Okay, these are two key areas where generally 99%, 99% of the banking going to make profits, right? Either the card section from the loan section. If I am giving loan or if I am giving cards to a particular person, who is going to fraudster? That is only that guy is going to be apply a card, get a card, swap it anywhere he wants, swap it like how much amount he is getting as a limit. Up to that limit, he is going to spend it and he will not pay anything, right? So we can call him as a fraudster. Or he will apply more than one card by using different phone numbers, by using different addresses, by using different devices, by going with the different IP locations. But end of the day, he will not pay anything. That's why he using different locations and different mobile numbers. Okay, so that is nothing but he is my fraudster. Identifying the fraudster before approving the cards, identifying the fraudster and block him, not going to deliver a card. Okay, that is I'm going to receive, for example, 10,000 applications, guys, for a new credit cards. Identify the right customers, identify your fraudster and block the fraudster. Don't approve any cards to the fraudster. Or whoever apply for the loan, if we have a bad track record, or if he is not paying amount, instead of he is going with the settlement most of the time based on the past history, is on our historical data from the other banks or from the CIBIL or from the any other organizations. I will pick the data and analyze him and try to not deliver, uh, try to not give the loan or card to the particular person who is not going to pay the loan amount to me. Correct? Because he is fraudster. He is the one going to lost my company. So what I have to do as a software developer, as a SAS developer, as a statistician, my primary work is going to be create algorithms to identify fraud mathematically, implement them in your SAS software, and try to ensure that no fraudster is getting increased with the loans and increased with the new cards. Okay, that is the one of the areas where banking going to use SAS and whatever the algorithms, okay, whatever the business logic and whatever the business vendor or vendor manager or statistician is going to create systematically, convert them into SAS. We maintain them in SAS to identify the fraud. Okay, so this is the main work we are going to do. Now you can ask me a question. Hey Balu, this is something like SAS developer only do the conversation work where the logic will be converting into code? Not necessarily all the time, guys. If you spend enough time in your career, if you know in and out about your domain, in that particular case, you can come up with your own knowledge, or you can come up with your own logic saying that, hey, by going with this particular one, we can identify fraudster in better way. Okay, but 90% of the cases you generally provide the algorithms, guys. You generally provide the business logic. You systematically convert that business logics into your SAS coding. Okay, so that is the main work we are going to do. Okay, next, coming to the healthcare industry, guys. Guys, can you hear me? Am I audible? Is there any issues? Can I get quick confirmation, guys? Is everything okay? Yeah, thank
Yes.
you. Coming to the healthcare industry. Healthcare industry doesn't deal with any cards and loans, right? Then why do you need SAS software there? What purpose? There are two things again. Let's say we are strictly talking about risk and fraud. Let's continue to the talk about same aspect. Here, the healthcare industry, the insurance company is the one which is going to deliver or which is going to pay the amount for the whatever the claims that raised by the doctor. Okay, so all the doctor claims must be genuine, right? Any of the doctor raise a fraud claim for the claim which he not provided treatment, but still he raise a claim. That is again fraud. If I started to approve that particular claim, That is, even though there is no treatment happen, okay, but still doctor raise a claim. As an insurance company, I am approving it. So indirectly, I am losing amount here. So what I supposed to do? I have to go ahead and I have to identify among the all hospital network which we have connected with. How many doctors working with us? Among all the doctor clients that are receiving from the doctors, how many of them are fraud claims? How many of them are genuine claims? Is there any fraud claims? What about history? Both we are going to check and we are going to have additional view on that particular doctor, even for the future claims also. So at the end of the day, either you are looking into the banking sector, either looking into the healthcare sector, we are going to use SAS for identifying the fraud and identifying the risk only. Okay, this is from about risk and fraud sector. Next, coming to the retail sector. Okay, we'll go with retail. For example, we'll go with Amazon, guys. Why Amazon is going to be superior one? There are a lot of websites nowadays. For matter of fact, if you consider from USA, you have Walmart, you have Target, you have Kmart, you have PC Mart, you have Mac Mart, right? All these are premium websites where you are going to purchase your items and online. But most of the guys are why preferring Amazon only. Why? Because Amazon has made an impression that either Amazon is going to offer lowest price compared to the other retail networks, or at least equal price to other networks, other competitors, right? Lowest price compared to the others means, let's say, for example, $100 is going to be least price for the given item, guys. $100. Either Amazon select for the $100 or less than $100 only, right? That is true actually. How Amazon managing it for around 4 billion products? If it is what 10 or 100 or 1000, okay, fine. But if we have around 4 billion more products in the Amazon, how they are managing it for all 4 billion products? Continuously 24 by 7 they monitor the competitors and the price, and they continuously built an automatic pricing system, either match to the lowest competitor price or lesser than that. I can call it as pricing analysis. And again, it is not only restricted to the price, guys. It is going to be price, and it is going to be availability, and it is going to be shipping charges. Is there any rebates I am going to provide or not? Okay. So this is going to be continuously 24 by 7 analysis happening in the Amazon on and around to make sure that either I will match to the lowest competitor price or I will provide even lesser than that. So these are the various analytics they are going to use. These are main revenue generators nowadays. Okay. So here they are going to use automatically 24 by 7. They monitor the competitors coming to the retail network. Now coming to the clinical industry. You know already. SAS is a multi-domain application, guys. Widely used in clinical trials. Without SAS, clinical trials will not happen. But because I'm saying again and again, so data analysis by pharmaceuticals and biotech companies and CROs and contract research organizations, they are going to use for data analysis, they are going to use only clinical trials. Clinical trials are conducted at multiple centers, right? Multiple centers, they are going to conduct clinical trials. And large amount of data are going to be generated, which is be difficult to manage. Yesterday we have discussed about large amount of data. Am I right? If you have huge data, where you are going to store? We are going to store in the databases, but databases are not suitable for your analysis. Databases are purely storage places. Any amount of data we can store it, but we are not able to do any analysis. If you want to do analysis, again, all data from the databases we need to pull into your SAS and create your SAS data set, then you can do your analysis. Okay, so clinical trials, if conduct multiple locations, they are going to use multiple databases, which is difficult to manage. Statistical analysis software is a biostatistical tool used to manage and generate the tables, listings, graphs for this large data, guys, which will be further used to prepare the clinical study reports. Okay, after importing the data into SAS environment, the data is filtered and data cleaning takes place. Once the data is clean or error-free, SAS dataset going to be created. Then analysis, they are going to use analysis of the data. The clinical study report is compiled using data generated within the SAS environment only. Then the clinical study report is written for the submitting to the regulatory authorities for product approval. Okay, SAS plays an important role in protocol development and randomization process and IVRS process and CRF designing and adverse event and reporting. For all these, they are going to use only SAS, guys, in clinical sector. Okay, this is about clinical. Okay, so now we are going to discuss roles and responsibilities of SAS developer, guys. Okay, for that, I will take a simple example. You know, I said, right, we will talk about ETL. SAS is mainly for ETL. ETL means extract, transformation, and loading. Extract means, so collect the data from external sources and create your SAS data set. We can call extraction. For example, my data is available in my PC in Excel format, guys. Where it is, Mm, code information. So this is code information from United States, day-wise. For example, I am taking one day. See here, this is 2021 January 2nd information. So this particular date, how many confirmed cases are there, deaths, how many deaths and recovered and active cases, and longitude, latitude locations, some states, complete information, guys. For example, you are working with the government sector. Okay, you have received a project call. So they are asking, hey, kindly please generate a report. I am sending complete code information for United States. Deaths more than 20,000, filter the particular states and generate the report and send to me. But my requirement is I don't want all these columns. I want only state and particular date, confirmed cases, deaths, and active cases I want. Okay, that is client requirement. We have received this particular project, guys. For example, I am taking, okay, to explain about ETL, what we are going to do. Okay, so for that, what very first, we need to import the data and you have to create SAS data set first. Okay, so guys, we are not learning programming. Again, I am telling you, just this is about only for example, what we are going to do in real time. So either we are going to 99% of the work in the real time, we are going to work like ETL only, guys. ETL means extract means we can get the data from other sources and we can create SAS understandable format, that is nothing but SAS dataset. For that, I am creating a programming here. Okay, don't worry about this program. I will explain in detail in module number 6. This is a procedure actually. By using procedures, we can import the data. Proc import data file equals to dbms equals to out. What is your output dataset? My output dataset is COVID underscore report, and replace and run. See guys, first I'm importing the data into SAS and I'm creating a SAS dataset. Done. Okay. So that SAS dataset got created. We have imported from Excel. Sometimes we are going to import from the databases. Sometimes we are going to import from the access file. Sometimes any kind of file, guys. First, we need to do import the data into a SAS environment and create your SAS dataset. Done. This is called extraction. E. First part is done. ETL, first part extraction, extract the data from external sources and create a SAS dataset. Extract done. Next, transformation. So transformation means, so once you create a SAS dataset, transform your dataset based on your client required format, generated desired output. What is client required? What is the client requirement here? That's more than 20K, but he don't. Okay, first I will go with that's more than 20K. Data. So I'm using data sub here. That's underscore 20K. This is my data set name that I have created data set, right? By importing COVID underscore report data set created, right? Where it will go into store by default. So by default, it will go into store in the work library. Okay. So I am using work.covid underscore. This is my input data. Okay. I have created data set first. Now I am using this data set for my analysis purpose. Okay. So here, what is the condition? Where deaths greater than 20,000 and run. Select your program, submit your program. You can see that's more than 20,000. We have only 4 states: California, Florida, and New York, Texas. But still, we need to do something else. Client is asking, I don't want all, I want only few columns. Okay, state and date information and confirmed cases, deaths, and active cases only. Okay, so for that, we have a lot of options in the SAS, guys. I'm using one option, keep equals to. Okay, I want state and last update date. I'm assigning column names here. That's it. Which columns you want to keep, that columns. Confirmed cases, active cases. Yeah. This is nothing but your transformation. Okay. So create a SAS data set, and after that, applying your business logics, applying your conditions, generate your desired output by using transformation. That is called transformation T. And again, yes, we have generated output, but still it is in your SAS table only, right? This is SAS dataset. Still it is in a SAS. So client is not aware of SAS dataset. You don't know about SAS. That's why he hide you, right? So again, what you need to do, client will say, hey, once you generate the report, send that report in an Excel format to me. I will go with Excel. Why? Because I'm very familiar with Excel. I can understand easily. Okay. So then we need to export this data set again into Excel sheet. Okay. So for that, we are going to use another procedure called proc export. That is nothing but your loading. Okay. So once you create once you generate the desired output, so load the output into client required formats in client required location. That is nothing but your loading. So proc export out file equals to where you want to export. You need to mention one location and one file name. For example, I'm going to desktop. Here, this is the location I want to export. Okay, if it is a server, we need to go with server location and ID and password. But we are not going to discuss about servers and all. Okay, while discussing SQL and macros, there we are going to discuss about servers. Out file equals to, so in this location I want to store my file name equals to COVID underscore or else COVID, sorry, that's underscore 20k dot xls x dbms equals to xlsx. Okay, data equals which data set you want to export. Work dot this data set, right? That's underscore 20k. Just select and replace and successfully exported. Go and check your location. See, here it is your report. Done. This is called loading, guys. Okay, so my intention is I want to explain only one point, guys. So we are discussing about roles and responsibilities, right? So you are going to work either in an extraction team, or either you are going to work with transformation team, or else you are going to work with loading team. But 95% of the cases, most of the SAS developer or SAS programmers going to work with the transformation stage only, where your input data into converted into desired output. That is nothing but your transformation. 99% or 95% of the work only transformation phase only, guys. This is not that much difficult. So anyone can do this. Import the data and create SAS data set. Okay. So for example, if one team you have placed with one particular organization, they will say, hey, already extraction team is there. Why can't you go with transformation? Transformation team is there, so you can go with loading team. Sometimes we are going to use both extraction and loading. Sometimes we are going to use combination of loading and transformation. If you are working with startup company, okay, so there you need to do all these three also. You need to take care about extraction, you need to take care about your transformation, and you need to take care about your loading also. Everything you need to do. If it is a startup company, but if you're going with established organization, no need to go with. There are separate teams for extraction and transformation and loading, guys. Okay, done. So based on this, we are designed our course content, guys. Now I am going with course modules. See here. Very first, module number 1. So this complete training curriculum, guys, to crack Base SAS certification and Advanced SAS certification and Clinical SAS certification, guys. Once you've done this 3 to 4 months of training, you are eligible for Base SAS certification and Advanced SAS certification and Clinical SAS certification. Okay, base and advanced will take around 60 to 70 days, 70 days and more, not below 70 days. Okay, and clinical SAS will take around 2 months course, total around 4 months. Base and advanced technical training. So here, very first module number 1, we are going to discuss about introduction about your SAS tools and how to install your SAS software and what is about your programming rules. We are learning programming. This is a one long ways. We need to know all the rules, right? If you want to learn something, for example, if you want to learn English or if you want to learn Hindi, there are some rules, right? Basic rules we need to follow. So same like this is also one long ways, programming long ways. We have some rules. So based on that, we are going to do. So very first module number 1, just introduction about your software and introduction about your SAS programming. What are the rules you need to follow while create your program? Okay. So how to create SAS dataset? In SAS dataset, what are the rules we need to follow while mentioning dataset name and variable name and library name? How many libraries generally available in SAS by default? How to create your own libraries? Okay. So complete variables, character variable and numeric variable. What is the differences and what are the attributes we need to follow? Okay, minimum length and maximum length. Okay, if you have missing values, how SAS will read everything about variables and comments. How, so these are the comments actually. Okay, starting with slash, ending with star. Comments. How to write comments. What is the use of comments? This is completely about your introduction, guys. Module number 1. Introduction about your software, introduction about your SAS programming, and how to create SAS dataset. Done. From module number 2, we are going to the real-time work, guys. Okay, extraction. Okay, read the data from the external file into SAS. While reading, there are a lot of methods. Okay, so we have input method, list input method, column input method, absolute pointer method, read pointer method. Okay, named input method, output method. There are a lot of methods while reading the data based on your data. Sometimes you will get data separated by space. Sometimes you are going to get without any delimiter. In such cases, how to read and how to create SAS dataset, we are going to discuss in module number 2. And very important topic, data step processing. While submit your data, starting with data, ending with run, once you submit your program, how SAS is creating your SAS dataset within the fraction of seconds. What is happening in the backend? What is the workflow of the SAS? We are going to discuss in detail in the data step processing, guys. That is actually very important topic. If you are good with data step processing, you can learn SAS programming very easily. All the modules, backbone of the all the SAS programming is data step processing is. Next, formats and informats. Sometimes we will get date columns, sometimes we will get money columns, sometimes we will get time columns. In such cases, how to read those columns. And options. For example, we are using some options right here. Keep option. This is one option. So like that, we have 20 to 30 options, guys. We are going to discuss options. Not only 30, we have a lot of options. We are going to discuss 30 to 40 options. More than enough. Keep, drop, rename, where, first OBS, point, and like that. Okay, we are going to use options. This is extraction, guys. How to read the data from the external files and how to create your SAS data set. While reading the data, if you have time columns, money columns, and date columns, how to read. And if you want to keep only few variables and if you want to drop few variables while creating SAS data set, how to use SAS options. So these are the options. I don't want all the columns. I want only 5 columns, right? That's why I'm using one option here. So like that, we are going to use options there. Complete information about extraction, guys. Import the data and create your SAS data set. Module number 2. Guys, can you hear me? Is everything okay? Any issues, please let me know, guys. Is everything okay?
Yes, boss.
Am I audible? Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. Next. Module number 3, guys. Transformations. Here the work case comes to the picture. Okay, once you create SAS data set, what we are doing, guys, here, we are applying some conditions. We are applying some options. Okay, we will apply some functions. So all and all we are going to discuss here. So for character variables, we have character functions. For numeric variable, we have numeric functions. For date and time, we have date and time functions. We are going to discuss module number 3, functions. Around 60 to 70 functions we are going to discuss, guys. More than 60 to 70 functions. I think you have received detailed course content, right? There you can see what and all functions we are going to discuss for character functions, numeric functions, and date and time. Okay, next. Most of the modules only transformation only, guys. Why? Because 95% of your work only in the transformation phase. Based on that, we have designed our course. Okay. Next, conditional processing. If condition and if else, nested if and where conditions. How to apply our conditions based on your requirement. Okay. So in detail about conditional processing, we are going to discuss. For example, if I take any previous batch SAS notes, you can identify easily. Okay, this is module number 3, functions notes, guys. This is completely about your functions, what we are going to discuss. So each and every notes, guys, module wise we have designed. No worries, everything at one place only. Module number 1, module number 2, module number 3, functions. Okay, module number 4, conditional processing. There it is. What we are going to discuss here in detail about your notes, conditional processing. First syntaxes we are going to discuss. After that, your examples. Okay. So next, loops. Do loop, do while, do until, do arrays. Okay. How to do multiple tasks again and again. Same task, do loops, arrays. Same task if you want to apply on the multiple variables, how to use arrays. Module number 4 we are going to discuss. Okay. So every module is available here. Module number 5, combining data sets, we are going to discuss. Okay, vertical combining, horizontal combining. Module number 6, procedures. Okay, around 25 to 60 procedures, 25 to 30 procedures we are going to discuss, guys. Here. Okay, so transformation. Once we applying conditions, once we applying loops and arrays, we will get different data sets. Then how to combine those data sets? Yes, there we are going to discuss module number 5, combining data sets, vertical combining and horizontal combining. Still we are in transformation phase only, guys. Again, procedures. Actually, I said right, SAS is very rich in procedures. Yes, we have 300 procedures, guys, actually. Still, I will show to you. This is one procedure. Proc. This is one procedure, import and export. If I mention proc here, it will display all the procedures. See, guys, these are all your procedures. 300 procedures. No need to learn all 300 procedures, okay? They have introduced SAS for all the organizations, not only for banking sector, not only for clinical sector. Lot of sector you're using. Based on their sector, they are going to use procedures, but when it comes to retail sector, banking sector, clinical sector, healthcare sector, 25 to 30 procedures are more than enough, guys. Those 30 procedures we are going to discuss here. Module number 6, procedures. Okay? Up to module number 6, it will take around 40 days, guys. 40 days. Then we are going to the very important topic, SQL, proc SQL, SQL incorporated within the SAS. This is also one of the procedure. Okay. So if you are good with all 6 modules, module number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, SQL is very easy to learn. 50 to 70% of your base SAS programming. So guys, from here comes under advanced SAS, guys. Okay. After procedures, base SAS programming, from module number 7, we are going to advanced SAS programming. So if you are good with base SAS, you can learn SQL programming very easily. Actually, that easy, guys. SQL program. We are going to discuss in detail around 2 weeks of the classes only SQL. Why, sir, that much occupancy? Why 2 weeks classes for SQL? Because, guys, in real time, we are going to connect with the databases only. Every time we are going to connect the databases by using SQL server, proc SQL, and we can pull the data and we can do your analysis. So your work is related to SQL. So that's the reason why we are going to take in detail about SQL programming, proc SQL. We are going to learn. Next, very important, I can say that heart of the SAS, macro programming. I said right very first here. SAS is a framework. Once you develop a framework, you can use any number of times repeatedly. Yes, that framework we can create by using your macro programming, guys. Okay, once you create a macro, you can use that macro programming for any number of times repeatedly. Okay, so we can do automation. We can save a lot of time here. So macros are so 95% of your code in real time, just macro code only. SQL to connect with your databases, to deal with your databases, macro programming to all 7 modules we are going to use, and we are enclosed with macro. That is called macro programming, guys. If you are good with all 7 modules, okay, so you are going to learn SQL. Macro programming is very easy. So I am saying very easy, very easy. Why? Because we are going to teach in that way, guys. If you're not able to understand, we will explain again and again and again until you learn. Okay, so macro programming also, it will take around 15 days classes. So these are very important, module number 7 and module number 8. That's why we are spending around more than 1 month classes. Okay, this is about your technical training, guys. It will take around 70 days more. Now coming to the project training. Okay, if you are coming from clinical background, so if you want to go with clinical, yes, of course, most of the we are going to the clinical only. So here we are going to discuss CDISC, SDTM, ADAM, and TL labs. It will take around, with real-time projects, 50 to 60 days, 2 months course. No, sir, I'm not willing to go with clinical. I want to go with the banking sector. I want to go with any other sector. Well, because my educational background is not related to clinical. If you feel like that, okay, there we are going to discuss, we are going to explain one healthcare project, one banking project, one retail project for your hands-on experience. Okay, so this will take around 2 months course, guys. Project training. This is technical training 70 days and project training 60 days, around 4 months more training. So for this training, we are going to provide all the materials. Let me show to you. So every day after class, guys, you are going to get recorded video like this, notes and video and your SAS programming. Okay, every day after class, within 1 hour or maximum 2 hours, you are going to receive recorded video, including that. Let me open what we are going to share with you. First of all, guys, we are going to install all SAS tools, guys. SAS Enterprise Guide version, SAS 9.4 version, working with present date. Why I am saying working with present date means lot of institutes, not lot of 99% of the institutes, they are going to install SAS software with backend date only. Okay, if you go with date and time functions, it will work with backend date. 2014, 2016, and 2017, like that. But we are going to install SAS software working with the present date. We and only one. You can check with any organization, sorry, any online training institute, they are going to install backend date. Of course, they will say it will work with the present date. Of course, guys, it will work with present date. But when it comes to go to the date and time functions, it will calculate from the backend date to present date. There you will face a lot of issues. But we are going to install, you will get updates also. You can update your SAS software. Every 1 year, we are going to renew your SAS software to working with present day. Okay, so here SAS 9.4 version, SAS Enterprise Guide version, and SAS Studio version also we are going to install, web-based version, and that to premium version. There are, and actually there are three types of SAS tools, guys: SAS Studio, SAS Enterprise Guide, SAS 9.4 version. All three we are going to install. Next, coming to the materials. See, guys, you will receive around 5 folders. So 5 folders contains first folder schedule, day-wise schedule. Each and every folder, it will take around 3 days time, guys. Introduction about your SAS and libraries and all, it will take around 3 days. Okay, so there you can see assignment and assignment key and your SAS program notes and multiple choice questions and your notes also. It will take time, guys. Actually, this SAS Studio, it will open through web. It will connect to the local server and all. It will take just 1 to 2 minutes time. Let it be. Okay, so each and every folder, you can see there will be notes and assignment key. You can see this is your SAS notes, what we are executing in this class, and your chapter notes. No need to write any running notes, guys. You will receive complete chapter notes like this, and you will get some assignment and assignment keys. If you open any folder, okay, assignment key and notes and your SAS program, including that. Okay, next, study materials, guys. Premium books. These are the books popular. You can go Amazon and Flipkart. So every book, it will cost around $50 to $100. No need to pay anything. All books we are going to provide free of cost. This is popular books for the Base SAS programming, guys. Of course, we are going to guide you which book you need to go with which topic. Okay, no need to worry. You will get all the books: Base SAS programming books, Advanced SAS programming books, and Clinical SAS programming books. Okay, and certification preparation materials also, certification terms. Okay, SAS Certified Specialist Preparation Guide SAS 9.4 version for Base programming and for Advanced SAS programming. All the books we are going to get, premium books. And next, we are going to get around 6 projects, guys. Okay, 6 projects. We are going to explain, okay, 1 or 2 projects in project training, remaining 4 projects only for your practice. See, every project contains, okay, lab results and raw data set and the protocol, okay, SAP and spec document, everything will be there. We are going to share 6 projects for your practice. Projects and sample resumes, okay, for if you want to go with the programmer or analyst or clinical SAS programmer or normal SAS developer, All kinds of resumes are available. You can go and you can edit your details. That's it. And SAS terms. So frequently asked interview questions and so latest SAS certification terms. If you open any of the PDF, it will contain around 200 to 300 questions, guys, so with including answers also. Okay, so we are going to provide all these materials. Books. These are the SAS terms. We're going. So this is the SAS Studio, guys, premium version. Okay, by using web browser, you can access your local PC. You can see there is a free version also available, guys. SAS University Edition. So I will show to you the difference is what is the premium version and what is the free version of the SAS University Edition. SAS on demand. Anyone can download and anyone can create and access from through web, guys. This is, but this version, no, we are not able to use. Okay, we are going to install this version, premium version. See, guys, just go to the SAS website. There you can see this one. Okay, SAS on demand for academies. Okay, so this is for only for practice. They have introduced, guys, for student practice. It's basic. So if you don't have profile, click on don't have SAS profile, and there you can see all the options. Create a profile. Okay, just mention your long ways and first name and last name and email address and your country, and just mention our training institute Eduemaster. Select all these columns and create a profile. So once you create a profile, you will get mail. There you can use your credentials. Okay, so but I have profile here. I'm going with sign in. Already I have created profile. You can ask me, why sir all these three tools you are saying? One tool is more than enough, right? Working with guys, we don't know, right, which organization we are going to place and what kind of software they are using. If they are using SAS 9.4 version with Windows operating system, if we are good with SAS 9.4 version, without any fear, you are going to do your day-to-day work, right? Okay, some organization they are going to use SAS Enterprise Guide. If you are familiar with Enterprise Guide, yes, you can do. So that's the reason why we have designed our course content. 1 month we are going to discuss Enterprise Guide. 1 month we are going to discuss SAS 9.4 version. The last month we are going to discuss SAS Studio, guys, premium version. See, guys, you can see. One second. Hmm. Okay, this is free of cost. Just the basics you can do. So we are not able to access. We are not able to create library. We are not able to import data from your local PC. Just you can create your program and you can run it. That's it. Just basics we can do, not advances. Okay, but here you can see everything is available. Libraries are available. You have files and folders. You can connect to your local PC. Okay, you can pull your data and you can create your SAS data set through web, and you can store your data sets into your local PC. This is premium version and this one free version. Okay, this is university edition. This is SAS. We are going to install. Okay, so we are going to install all these three tools. We are going to install, guys. It will work lifetime actually. Done. So including that, every module, once we finish the module, you are going to get module-wise questions, guys. You will get recorded video and notes and all softwares, and module-wise questions also you are going to get. Once you finish module number 1, of course, you have right questions here already. Here assignments and assignments key, and these are additional. Every weekend we are going to send this module-wise questions. Okay, so we have everything, guys. We will provide all the materials. No need to purchase anything. Our requirement is we are going to expect only 2 things from you guys. You need to spend more time to practice. First thing, for attending the classes, you give commitment, just give commitment for 3 to 4 months. And next, to practice, just go with attending for 1 hour and practice for 1 hour. We need 2 hours per time, at least per day. 2 hours. If you spend 2 hours, more than enough, guys. You can learn SAS programming in within 3 to 4 months. You can apply for the jobs. And if you want to crack your certification also, you can crack. You can do certifications as well. Because everything we will provide. All we need is just your time. That's it. More than time is more than enough. 2 hours time more than enough. Okay. So including that, sir, I want to do some assignments. Kindly please send assignments for this particular topic. I am very confusing here. So is there any task, guys? I will apply my conditions and I will apply my program. I will try to generate the output. Yes, guys, for that we have homework also. Where it is homework? Yeah, here it is. This is your homework data. Each and every module, see, each and every PDF contain around 20 to 10 to 20 questions, guys. So we are going to send these questions. Of course, not only questions, for each question we will send answers also. We will explain in the class as well. Okay. So each and every PDF contain questions for your practice and answers also available there. Where it is, I will show to you answers. Not here. You can find here all your answers, solutions. Okay, this is your solutions. Modules we are going to share. Okay, so we are one and only training institute, guys. We will take care about students from the beginning to until end. If you want any existing students numbers, yes, we are going to provide. If you are coming from USA, you want US students numbers. Yes, of course, I will give US students numbers. You can talk with them. If you are coming from India, you are going to talk with already existing students from the India who is placed already in well industries with high pay. Yes, I'm going to share our contact details and you can talk with them before joining with us. Okay, we are very clear, guys, what we are going to discuss, what we are going to give commitments. Based on that commitment, we are going to do in complete 3 to 4 months. That's all about me and our training institute, guys. Now questions, you can ask me questions. Any questions, guys? So that's all about your introduction, guys. From tomorrow onwards, we are going to start regular classes, introduction about your SAS programming and all. Any questions you can ask me now. Any questions? Is everything okay?
For downloading this software, so does it have any computer requirements, memory,
No, no, no. Not like
anything
that.
like
We need
that?
just 15 GB. Space is more than enough to install SAS
Okay,
software. 15 GB.
okay,
RAM, minimum 2 GB RAM also fine. We can install
okay,
Windows 7, we can install Windows 8, Windows 10, and Windows 11. Any operating system we can install, guys. Don't worry about that. We will take care. Our technical team
okay,
will take care about installations and all.
okay,
Hmm. Okay, once you've done the payment, you are going to get all the materials and SAS software installations, everything you will get at once.
okay.
All folders. Okay, what else? Any questions?
And for that, clinical SAS module is also included with the payment, or is it
Yes,
separate?
everything included with $500 only. Actually,
Okay,
it will cost around 700 to 800. We are going to increase the price later. Next month, we are going to increase the price, not but this month. Okay, we are going with 500 only.
okay,
Actually, Base SAS programming $250, advanced SAS programming $250, and clinical CDISC SDTM Adam around $400. Around it will take around $700, but we are offering with $500 only nowadays.
okay,
Hmm. We are going to follow Eastern timings only. Eastern timings means, for example, today is Friday in India, but USA Thursday, right? So tomorrow also we have class. Friday, Saturday also we have class. Okay, Tuesday to Saturday we have classes, guys. Week 5 days. Tuesday to Saturday. Sunday and Monday there is no classes. Why? Because most of the students coming from USA and we are going to follow USA timings only. In USA, so Monday to Friday classes will be. In India, Tuesday to Saturday. Same time, same meeting, 6 a.m. IST. Tomorrow also we have class.